I'm not afraid of many things, but I fear the Lord. When we hear the word fear, we usually think of being scared, of danger, of loss, of things we can't control. But when the Bible speaks of fearing the Lord, it's not talking about living in terror. It's talking about reverence, about awe, about recognizing God's holiness and responding with obedience. In the book of Proverbs, chapter 9, verse 10, we are told, "The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom." Psalm 111 says the same thing. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. All who follow his precepts have good understanding. Wisdom is not our intelligence, not our experience, not with what the world calls knowledge, but with acknowledging God's authority. To fear the Lord is to put him in his rightful place, above us, over us, and worthy of all honor. But why should we fear the Lord? Because fear shows reverence. It shapes how we live. Because fear shows awe. It recognizes God's power, holiness, and justice. Because fear shows trust. It means we believe that God sees all things, knows all things, and holds all things in his hands. Things to think about. We fear the storm because of its power. We fear fire because of its strength. How much more should we stand in awe of the one who commands the storm and who set fire into the world in the first place? That is all great, but what does it look like to fear the Lord today? That is a great question. It means making choices that honor him, even when no one else is watching. It means respecting him and his word above what the world is doing or our personal feelings. It means living with humility, knowing he is king and we are not. In Deuteronomy 10:12, Moses said, "And now, Israel, what does the Lord your God require of you? But to fear the Lord your God, to walk in all his ways, to love him, to serve the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul." To fear the Lord is to walk in his ways when the world pulls us in another direction. It means living as if God is not just watching, but guiding. Not just guiding, but ruling. Not just ruling, but loving us enough to correct us when we go astray. So let me ask you again, do you fear the Lord? Not with dread, but with reverence that shapes your life. Not with terror, but with awe that drives obedience. Not with distance, but with closeness that comes from knowing he is God and we are his. Proverbs chapter 14, verse 26 says this, "Whoever fears the Lord has a secure fortress, and for their children it will be a refuge." When you fear the Lord, you are not living in chains, you are living in freedom. Because the fear of the Lord is not oppression, it is protection. Not weakness, but wisdom. Not bondage, but life. My prayer for you today is simple. Ask God to give you a holy fear of his name. Not fear that drives you away, but fear that draws you close into reverence, humility, and obedience. If this message has helped you, I invite you to listen to the song, "I Fear the Lord," here on my channel. And join me for more simple Sunday sermons in the future, where we'll go straight into the Word together. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. Let's walk in that wisdom today. Leave me a comment on what you think of this sermon. If you enjoyed the discussion, please give the video a like and share it. Every little bit helps the channel in our outreach for the kingdom. Repent, revive, rock, prepare the way.